You gonna stand in there?
It's gonna make sense.
You need my help? Get out.
How y'all doing? Good morning. How y'all feel? Don't say good, say something else. Okay. Awesome. Well, my name is Amanda Bass, and like you said, I am the founder and creator of Queens Don't Quit. I started Queens Don't Quit here in Jacksonville back in 2015, and I just made up in my mind that I wanted to inspire and encourage young women and women never to give up on their dreams. We go through so many things and we have so many reasons to give up. But we also have a lot of things and reasons to not quit. So y'all may be wondering why I'm standing in this box. Y'all wanna know? Yes. All right, so I'm standing in this box because I wanna let you all know that whatever you desire to do in life, whatever you wanna be, wherever you wanna go, is gonna require you to step outside of the box. It's gonna require you to be yourself and to be different. So I want somebody in here to tell me what makes you different, what makes you stand out. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am. I want y'all to talk loud like y'all got a mic. Awesome. Awesome. Anybody else? What makes you different? What makes you unique? See, everybody should have their hands up. If I say, who like to dance? Who like Beyonce?
Me.
Look at all those hands. What makes you you? Awesome. That's amazing. So I found out at a very young age what makes me different is that I love to write. I started writing when I was 8 years old. And I started writing because my uncle, who was very near and dear to my heart, was murdered. He was actually murdered by one of his friends. And yes, brutally murdered. So I'm not going to get into that. But I'm going to tell you how a tragedy, how God can take a tragedy and turn it into something amazing. So I started writing and I wrote a poem. I went upstairs and wrote a poem about him. I shared it with my parents and they just thought it was just the most amazing thing. And I'm just writing, getting my feelings out. But little did I know that God would use that gift years later to be able to encourage and inspire women and young women like you all. So I am a poet. Like Miss Felicia was saying, you fake it till you make it. So I started writing poetry. I wrote 20 poems. My mom started taking me, and my mom is sitting right there. Thank you. She can still support me, y'all. I'm 30 years old. Give it up for my mama.
Stop.
So I'm still writing poetry or whatever, and now I get paid to do what I love to do. So I encourage you to keep going. Figure out what your purpose is. Figure out what you were created to do, because we are all here on purpose, for purpose. So inside this box, it's kind of uncomfortable. I have on heels, I can't move, but look what happens when I step, and don't laugh at my phone, and I step outside. Now this leg is free. And a lot of times we stay inside the box because we're afraid of how powerful we really can become. I remember being in middle school and y'all, I was so skinny. I'm a little chunky now. But I was super skinny and I hated the way I looked. So it could be 80 degrees outside and I had on a jacket, I had on some pants. I didn't want people to see my legs or anything like that. I didn't like the way I look. Anybody have issues with the way they look? I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. And you know what? I had to realize and accept that I was different, that I was unique. And I want all of you to begin to accept who you are, where you are right now. Because I'm 30 now and I'm trying to get back to when I was y'all age. You know what I'm saying? I gotta walk with the stomach tucked in. I got on this shirt because y'all not finna look at my stomach today. Okay? So I'm gonna share a couple of poems with you all, and I encourage you to get a journal. What is $1? You go to the dollar store, ask your mom, your parents. Get a journal and just begin to write your feelings down and write your thoughts down. Any poets in here? Anybody that write? Yes. Give it up for the poets. Yes. So I want everybody to say break free. Break free. Say break free. Break free. I used to be a prisoner to my comfort zone until I accepted God's will concerning my life. An overwhelming fear used to consume me, and I was afraid to fiercely tap into my light. Not quite sure who I was or even who I had the potential to be. So I tried to get in where I didn't fit in, therefore the Spirit refused to cooperate with me. So see, we can run, but we can't hide from the greatness inside. And you ain't truly living until your passion is alive and active and oozing. We can all sit back and play it safe, but why continue on losing, settling opposed to choosing, wishing instead of doing? We have the power and have been empowered to speak to our mountains, and they have to start moving. Fear converts into faith. Obstacles shift into opportunities. Setbacks overturn into setups. Defeat transferred into victory. So see, this is greater than me, greater than you, greater than our insecurities. This is a passion-filled, destiny-driven chain reaction. For my passion could collide with her passion, and her light could cause hers to take flight, and then your mission can give clarity to their vision. And now our dreams are interconnecting, forming one power-packed team. And now our thoughts are doing somersaults, jumping outside of the box. And there are doors of opportunity opening, although we haven't knocked. Meanwhile, up goes the building on the block. The bookstore, the coffee shop. An ambition manifested from an idea to a reality. Now we're eagles soaring to the top. All because somebody decided to step out of faith. Somebody like Miss Amanda was bold enough to put fear in its place and ignore the possibility of failing, because in order to be successful, that's what it takes. Commissioned to educate, to encourage, to empower. Young girls get discouraged at times, but not enough to cower. Not enough to give up, and not enough to give in, because when you're truly focused on your goals, all you see is a win. A wise person once said, success takes patience and discipline. All else God will handle. So I encourage each and every one of you to just be that candle that lights up the part of the world that God has delegated for you to make brighter. I'm a church girl too, so y'all might get some amen. I'm here. Hallelujah. Listen, the older I get, the more I realize I can't do anything without Jesus. I can't do anything without God. And I keep him first. Amen. And y'all are not too young to serve the Lord. I know I can't talk about God too much up in here, but that's all I'm saying. So as I began to get older and go through things in life, I got married at 18, had my daughter over there, 19. She's shaking her head, but she wanted to be here today though. Just went through so many things in relationships, and it kind of shaped and molded me into who I am today. So I'm grateful for everything. So if you guys are going through anything in your life and it seems hard, you have some setbacks, you have some obstacles, know that God does not waste pain. He'll turn your pain into purpose. And I was sitting down one day and I said, I need to really encourage myself because I feel like giving up. I feel like throwing in the towel. And I said, I have so much to smile about. Yes, I've been through this and yes, I've been through that, but I still have a lot to smile about. Do y'all ever feel like sometimes you don't have anything to smile about? Raise your hand. So this poem is for you. And I want everybody to say, I smile.
I smile.
Say, I smile.
I smile.
I flex the muscles near both ends of my mouth, and I smile. I smile because I'm so proud of the woman I've become. I smile because I now face everything I used to run from. I smile because no weapon formed against prospered. I smile because everything that tried to conquer me, I conquered. I smile because I didn't get bitter, I got better. I smile because God so loved the world that he gave his one and only son, and I'm in the whosoever. I smile because I've been hurt in relationships and I got through it. I smile because I no longer cower when I see a mountain, now I speak to it. I smile because I have a beautiful daughter, which reminds me daily of God's grace. I smile because everything I thought was a loss, God replaced. I smile because I know the stone throwers hate it. I smile because I am fearfully and wonderfully created. I smile because I don't want my haters to ever think they have an effect. I smile because God has been so good to me the last time I checked. I smile because I'm blessed from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. I smile because I know God to be a keeper and I'm thankful to him for keeping me. I smile because I release all the negative people in my life out. I smile because no matter how much I've been through, I still have a lot to smile about. I smile because I didn't get infected. I smile because God's grace and mercy covered me when I went unprotected. I smile because I didn't get what I deserved. I smile because when I couldn't find comfort in man, I found peace in the word. I smile because there was a time when I couldn't look at my reflection. I smile because now I embrace all my imperfections. I smile because I'm one of God's most precious jewels. I smile because he transformed all my enemies into footstools. I smile because God's love has no conditions. I smile because the sun has risen. I smile because he saved my life. So when you see me smile and know that I have joy, it's only because I endure through the night. Everybody say, I smile.
I smile.
So do y'all see how powerful writing is? Like, just begin to write. You know, I don't care if it's good or if it's bad. But I've decided that what I would share would only be to encourage women and encourage other people. So as I was looking over Girls in 3D, I see that it's all about encouraging each other and uplifting each other. And whether y'all know it or not, we are all sisters. Look to your left, look to your right. That's your sister. Yeah. That is your sister. So, I know my daughter going to school. I remember one year she was like, my friend don't have no breakfast. I'm like, okay, it's not my problem. Can I bring her a Pop-Tart? Okay, go ahead. And then I realized, even at a young age, we have to realize that we're sisters. She was looking out for her sister and she didn't even know it. You know, so if you see another young woman, she needs shoes. She needs a jacket. It be cold in Jacksonville. December, January, sometimes. But if you see that there's a need and you know someone can meet it, maybe not you, but you know you can get her help, don't laugh, help her. And you don't even have to do it in front of everybody. You can pull her to the side. I remember I was going through a divorce a few years ago. And I guess I had it written all over my face that I was just done, just going through so much. And one of my coworker sisters, she pulled me in the bathroom and said, you know what, can I pray with you? That's powerful. And that changed my life. So I want you all to know that sisterhood is so powerful. So look to your sister next to you, left or right, and say, I am your sister.
I am your sister.
Say, I am your sister.
I am your sister.
For real, y'all gotta believe it. Okay, wait. Y'all gotta say it like you mean it. Say, I am your sister. All right. Last poem I want to share with you all, and it's called Sisterhood. Sisterhood is more powerful than we can even comprehend. It's a community of women embracing each other. It's deeper than being friends. It's an I want to see you win and I want to see you flourish. It's a girl, you better get those coins. I see you walking in your purpose. Because we don't have to be besties and we don't have to talk every day. But just know that we are reflections of each other. If you win, then I win. Another woman paving the way, another queen coming to slay. And if you're truly my sister, you'll lift me up when you pray. Because believe it or not, we're all going through something, and it's okay to not always be okay. My shoulders were built for sisterhood. Lean on them as you may. Sisters understand each other's tears more than anyone, so we should be the ones to help wipe them away. It's time to put the sister back in sisterhood, and I know all of this sounds a little cliche, but only we can give life to those words by allowing our actions to align with the words that we say. We are sisters. If I fall, I need to know that my sister is going to help pick me back up. If I feel defeated, I need to hear my sister saying, you're going to get through this, sis. Don't give up. If I fail, I need to be reminded that I'm still a winner. And if you see me getting chunky, lie to me. Tell me I'm getting thinner. Call me slim, say, girl, you're getting slimmer because we are sisters. If you need that push, I'm going to be there to push you into your greatness. And on those days when you feel average, I'm going to remind you that you are absolutely amazing. And when folks try to bring up your past, I'm going to make sure they know that you are a survivor. And if you ever need someone to talk to, know that you can call me and I'll help lift you higher. And I won't judge you either. However, when you're slacking, I'm going to tell you need to do better. Because I refuse to sit back silently and watch my sister settle or meddle in average. I'm going to get you right together and let you know you need to do something with all that black girl magic. Because we are sisters. And no, it's not always peaches and cream. We will get on each other's nerves. We will say things we don't mean. We will have disagreements, and even jealousy is a factor. We tend to subconsciously compare ourselves to one another, and that in and of itself is a sisterhood disaster. The truth is, we all have flaws and insecurities and things that we can perfect. We are all evolving works in progress and just as equally a hot mess. We all can be petty, overly emotional, and at times a challenge to deal with. But I'll take the good with the bad because I need my sister to pray and kneel with, to overcome and heal with, to cut up and chill with, to be open and real with, to empower and build with, because we are sisters. And there is no competition when you sincerely embody the true definition, when you make it your mission to be the spark and be the difference, then you will see that we are all simply connections with the twister. I am not only my sister's keeper, I am
my sister.
Turn up. Thank y'all.